I was going to ask you, one of my things, so I guess it doesn't really matter for me, like what the situation is. I'm like, if I'm on a baseball field and having fun, I'm always smiling. If I'm near a baseball field, my son's 4. Like I previously mentioned, he's been hitting off a tee since before it was like he could walk. Like, I mean, kids like, he's named after Ryan Sandberg, RYNE. So my wife's a giant Cubs fan. I'm a Tigers fan, but I kind of adapted the Cubs. This dude over here is a Sox fan. So, but his wife's a Cubs fan. So we're going to drag him to Wrigley at some point.
I'm the only White Sox fan in like the entire family. So,
but how does that, that fun, I mean, that's got to be like almost an over like stimulating fun sometimes when you're out there. And then to go back to like coaching at the college level, does it take like a switch for you to like flip over, or do you take some of that exuberant fun over to the college and use it as a competitive advantage?
The Bananas is definitely crazy. I mean, when you got 4,000 fans, you got music playing all the time. It's just a different environment, right? And we have a lot of different goals within that environment too. Obviously, we want to win, but you're playing every single day. That's another scenario with it. So you're not really practicing. The only practice you're getting is early work and then BP. So it looks a little bit different. Just the goals are a little bit different than college baseball, right? When you go through the fall, like you're lifting 4 days a week. The biggest thing I think that I've taken from the Bananas and added to our college team is like trying to do incentives for our guys. And so we've got shirts at South Mountain that say RE19, and RE19 stands for Relentless Effort 1 through 9 areas of life. And so those 9 areas of life, you're trying to be as good as you possibly can be in those 9 areas. And if we get 9 guys that have those shirts by the end of our spring season, and they're all in our lineup, then we got a chance to be pretty good because all those guys are really disciplined. So it's the incentives piece. With the Bananas, that's probably one of the things that I learned from Jesse, our owner, more than anything, is figure out incentives to give the players. And we give guys all kinds of things. We give away hats. We've got a shirt that says "Flip the Switch" on it. And so "Flip the Switch" is our motto of going from the entertainment back to the baseball, back to the entertainment, back to the baseball in a flip of a switch without a loss of enthusiasm or focus. And so guys that hit really well or play really well in the games, they pitch well, and they do something on the entertainment side that's really good, I give them a flip the switch shirt in front of the whole team. So that's one of the big incentives we do. I gave them a challenge this past year, this past summer, and they ended up rattling off 11 games in the first 11 games. And so we started the year off 11-0, and they said, "Hey, Gillum, if we get to 10-0, buy us a case of Bang energy drinks." So we had Bang energy drinks in the locker room. We won the first half, so that's a big deal. If you win the first half, then you clinch home field for the playoffs.
Oh, that's awesome.
So when we clinched the first half, the front office ended up getting the guys pit vipers. So we had yellow pit vipers that we gave the guys. So pit vipers kind of hooked us up a little bit. So all the guys were wearing those things last year. They were kind of in. I guess they're kind of still in.
They definitely are still in. I'm gonna, after we leave here, I'm gonna go to a high school basketball game, and the best part, the thing I love the most, and it's kind of like what I see with you guys is like the whole baseball team will be out to support the basketball team in the playoffs. You can spot the baseball players. I mean, like my wife loves baseball. She's a huge baseball fan. She's like, that kid plays baseball. That kid plays baseball. You can just tell. I mean, they all got pit vipers on. Most of them have mullets now. Apparently, that's a big thing.
That's coming back, baby. Yep. You got to tell my wife that, because we've got an 18-month-old little boy, and he had a mullet going. We were rocking the mullet. He just cut it. She's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm like,
no, my son. My son's got the faux hawk, but I keep trying to let her get the mullet. Gems had a mullet like less than 2 years ago.
Last year at this time, I had a mullet, and now this year I have a mustache. So like next year, I'm thinking of putting them all together.
Mullet and mustache.
We do have they do like the kids to be clean shaven on the team, but I guess that doesn't apply to us as coaches. So
Yeah.
I double checked that. I mean, I don't mind shaving the mustache. It was a joke when I grew it. We were watching Ted Lasso, but my wife didn't hate it, so I've just kept it for like 6 months now.
I mean, it works for him. By the way, Gems is a volunteer firefighter. Also, like we believe he's the head tennis coach, and he also coaches baseball, as well as he's just like the manliest dude ever. It works in like a steel mill and stuff. So, I mean, he's just like the all-American dude. It's like crazy, but
I like it when he goes over this stuff. It makes me feel good about myself.
So he's got the cool mustache to go with the whole thing. I mean, it fits with what you do. So
it plays.